Good morning, my Ambers. Welcome back to my channel, girl. Today we are currently 37 weeks pregnant. We have an appointment later today, but first we have to drop my son off at school. So
Hey,
that's what we're gonna go do. Okay, girl, Princey Man is now in school and now we gotta go home. I have not had breakfast yet because what happened was I woke up at 5:30 and I got ready. I went downstairs. I started reading some of my Bible and I just journaled, and since I only got like 7 hours of sleep, I was still tired. I was tired while I was reading my Bible. Oh frick, I gotta go. That was so scary. Okay, I got really tired while I was reading my Bible and just journaling. When that happens, since I'm pregnant, if I need the rest, I'm gonna go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep for an hour. And then I got up at 7:30. Then I got Prince up and I did my makeup. And he ate before he went to school, but I didn't have time to whip up my scrambled eggs. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna go home, make our breakfast, and then I have my 37-week appointment today. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get a cervix check just because I want to see if she's gone down any lower. I've been bouncing on the ball, I've been walking. I'm gonna try to do an at-home workout today. I'm hoping that I can accomplish that because I've been feeling like I have a lot of energy, but then at random times, like during the day, she'll feel so heavy, so then I have to sit my freaking booty down, girl. But yeah, and it's really rainy today, but it's okay. It's still a beautiful day that the Lord has made. So yeah, and I have a lot of TikToks to film today, so today's kind of like a filming work day for me. Oh yeah, and I have a meeting with my managers at 12 and my appointment's at 10:30. But usually, since my appointment is at 10:30, like I should be out by 11, I should be home by 12. That's the goal. Let me double check and make sure my appointment is at 10:30. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, it says arrive by 10:20. So my appointment's at 10:20, so I should be out in time to make it to my meeting. Anyways, let's go home and make this breakfast. Period. Okay girls, we're about to eat breakfast, and of course I have my rice cakes with peanut butter, blueberries, honey, cinnamon, and sea salt, and then I have my scrambled eggs with cottage cheese and ketchup. That way we can get at least 30 grams of protein in the morning and stay fuller for longer, because the more protein you eat, the fuller you're gonna be, which means the less snacking that you're gonna do and the more nutrients you're gonna get in your body, because you're actually eating your protein along with your fiber. Because you shouldn't just be eating a whole bunch of protein and not eating your fruits and vegetables. Like, do you want to go to the bathroom? I think you do. So you have to make sure you're eating a balanced diet, and by diet I don't mean a diet that you're on. Like, your everyday, what you're gonna eat should be balanced, and it should be whole foods, and you can have your little snacks that you like to eat in moderation. But if you're full on protein, you're not gonna be as tempted to eat like a whole bag of chips, because you're literally full, and like satisfied full, not just like nasty full from like fast food or something. I forgot to pray. I'm so hungry. It's not even funny. Y'all, something that I cannot stand to do, not that I can't stand to do it, it just is stressful every day, is figuring out what to make for dinner. My problem is I could eat the same thing every day. Not every day, but like I could meal prep and eat off of that for the week. My husband, he cannot. He likes things to be different, and I'm like, what do I make now? I've made so much in this past year that I've never made before. It's actually insane. Like, it's fun to do, but like the waking up and being like, okay, what are we gonna eat today? And Like, it never goes away. You think about it every morning that you wake up. But for me, when I think about what I'm gonna make, I think about protein, carb, vegetable. I don't think about recipe. That's why I have to follow TikTok recipes, because I don't know any recipes off the top of my head, girl. I just know how to make whole foods separately. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but like I could eat chicken with like rice and a vegetable one day, and then I could eat like chicken in a salad, and then I could eat chicken. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could just eat the whole foods and different variations every single time. But I feel like if I did that, then I'm not like cooking. You see what I'm saying? Or no? And then I also feel like with certain recipes, like it just becomes not a whole food recipe because you have to add so much stuff in it. When I make Japanese food at home, it's gonna taste good and it's not gonna be healthy. But I don't know, I guess it's still better than like going out. But like the amount of like butter and oil that I'm adding to stuff when I make certain stuff at home, like there's no way it's still as healthy as it could be when it tastes that good. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just some things that I think about whenever I'm making food, because I really came a long way. I really did not used to care about what the heck I was putting into my body, and it showed. And that's something that is just so crazy to me, is like I've posted about my glow up journey and like what I've done and how I've gotten here, and I'm going to continue to do that because that's like literally what, besides Jesus, what I live, breathe, eat, sleep, is becoming the best version of myself. But it's really just taking better care of yourself. That's what it all comes down to. And being mindful of what you're actually spending your time doing and what you're putting in your body, and just being intentional. Like that, it's literally just being intentional. When you're not intentional, you just eat whatever, you do whatever. Ew, Juicy, put your freaking booty down. And you just don't care about, you don't have anything that you're working towards. Like your day is not structured. You just literally have no, when you have no goals in your life and every day is just whatever, it is what it is. If I eat Taco Bell this day, I eat Taco Bell. If I eat McDonald's this day, I eat McDonald's. If I scroll on my phone till 3 a.m. in the morning and then I wake up 5 minutes before I have to be at work, it's whatever. Your life is going to reflect that. And that's what people do not understand, is that you create the reality around you. And it is a hard pill to swallow. I get it, and it's not for everyone, but that is the truth, unless it's something that you cannot control. But what you can control, it's all up to you. Like this morning, the reason why I had to take a nap an hour after I woke up was, one, probably because I'm pregnant, but two, because I didn't go to bed till 10:30 and I woke up at 5:30. And usually when I wake up, try to wake up at 5, I go to sleep at 9:30 in order to get the proper 7 hours and 30 minutes. That's like what they say is like the perfect amount of sleep, because it's I think like 6 sleep cycles or maybe 4, I can't remember. Don't quote me, go do your own research. But there are consequences to everything that you do or don't do. Like in the book Atomic Habits, it literally says for every action you do or don't do is a vote to the person that you're going to become. So it's like, what do you spend your time doing? Something that I've really been struggling with is mindlessly scrolling. I've learned that I literally have to get my phone out of my sight in order to not scroll, and it's really hard to do because TikTok is created to TikTok clock, keep it going. Yesterday I went out to eat with my mom and my family and stuff for my mom's birthday, and my mom was saying that she was really struggling with trying to put her phone down with TikTok. She's like, I put it down and then I'm right back at my phone 5 minutes later, and I'm like, that's because we're addicted. Even though I work on social media, it's really scary to think about what this is going to do to kids who never knew what it was like to not have a phone and have no self-control. Like a phone is a good thing, but to a certain point, and it can really, you can waste your entire life away on a phone. And I know it sounds so dramatic, but it's true. Like the people who are like, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that, but you're not anybody of like, I don't know, somebody that needs a private jet to get around because you're that busy. Like you're somebody who has multiple jobs and multiple kids, and you actually have your hands full. You're probably spending most of your time on your phone scrolling it away, and you probably have more time than you think you have, unless you genuinely are like busy from sun up to sundown. And I'm like genuinely busy, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so busy, but I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna check this email really quick or whatever. 20 minutes later, do you know how much you can do in 20 minutes? When you really sit there and think about all the time that you have, or you track what you're spending your time on, like even the small increments, those small increments of time add up. And one thing that you will never get back in this life is time. How you spend your time? There was one thing Pastor Philip said in a sermon, and I wrote it down, and he said we are stewarding 5 things in our lives. The first thing that we're stewarding is our time. What are you spending your time doing? Second thing is our resources. We have all of the resources, okay? We have so many more resources than our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-great-grandparents could ever even imagine or think of. But because everyone's so distracted from their phone, we are not using our resources resources the way that we should be. We literally have every resource to do whatever we want to do in this life, every single one, if you live in America. I can't speak to other places, but America, you have the resources. 3, we're stewarding our opportunities. Again, this is all from Pastor Philip. I did not say this, he said this, and I just took notes. We're all stewarding our opportunities and what's coming our way. Like, how are we going to manage the opportunities that get presented to us? 4th thing that we're all stewarding is our assignment. If you're a believer, you know we're called to spread the gospel. That's something that I personally feel like I've been struggling with my platform, because I will tell myself I don't know enough, or it's like I want to share it in a way that is authentic to me and my supporters, and that doesn't push people away because they think like, oh, if I don't believe then I can't follow her, because no, that couldn't be further from the truth. I want everyone to feel comfortable, you know, support me and follow me. And even if you aren't a believer, and obviously my goal and my hope is that one day you will give your life to Jesus because he is our savior. But that's just something that I'm like struggling with, is figuring out how to implement that authentically in my content. And the 5th thing that we're all stewarding is our relationships. And this is something that I have felt extremely convicted over, because I know I have not been stewarding my relationships the way that I should be. And not my marriage, but definitely my relationship with my children, my family, and my friends. I definitely think I could do better at, because sometimes it's so easy, especially because I work from my phone, to be on my phone when I should be present with him. And don't get me wrong, like, I am present with my son, but like I was saying before, there's so much time. We have so much more time than we think that we have, and it's so easy to, when your kid is trying to show you the same thing for a million times, when they're trying to talk about a TV show or whatever, it's just like, yeah, like, to answer, but you're not like truly present in what they're saying. And I know I'm not the only mom that struggles with this, so that's why I'm not afraid to say that that is something that I have struggled with. And it's because my phone is a distraction. Not all the time, but I know that I don't want my son to ever think that my phone comes before him. I don't want any of my children to ever think that, or even my husband. I don't want him to think that either, because I can also be talking to my husband and still be trying to work on my phone, because I edit so much on my phone. I respond to comments on my phone. I'm constantly doing stuff on my phone, especially because with social media, it's not like a clock in, clock out. It's like an around the clock. You're always having to be active and posting and things like that. So just trying to have that like on and off with my phone has really been a struggle for me. Even with my other relationships, like with my family and friends, because they'll text me, but because I've been on my phone all day, like I'll literally just walk away from it and I won't reach out. I think I have to remember that this life is not just about me. I was placed on this earth to make an impact and to serve other people, change the world in whatever capacity that looks like, that God placed me here to do. And isolating myself, which is something that I'm very bad for, is not the way to do it. And we are not meant to be alone. Like, it literally says in the Bible that being alone is one of the worst things that you could do, because we're not meant to be alone. Man or woman is not meant to be just alone. No friends, no family. Like, that's the way the enemy will really seep into your mind and cause all types of crazy thoughts. Like, before me and my husband got married, and it was just me and Prince here for years, the only interaction I would have would be with Prince, and I would be alone weeks after weeks after weeks, because of my own doing, because I wasn't involved in community, because I didn't go see my parents, because I didn't go see my family. And my thoughts would literally torment me all, because I was alone all the time, and the enemy was just trying to seep in any way that he could. And I felt like I was going crazy all the time, because when you have that much time to just ruminate and think, and your mind is just going like a freaking roller coaster that has no stop, you will feel like you need to go to the crazy house. And I've been there, because I was alone. I don't know if someone needs to hear this that's watching that, but you are not meant to be alone. You need family. If you don't have family, you need friends or community. Those 3 things are so important in life, and like, you are who you are around. You have to be so intentional with your friends and who you are around. And that's another thing that I've been struggling with in this season, is I went from having so many friends that were in the world and just like did not respect my walk with Christ. It wasn't like I was able to continue being friends with them, because they would try to pull me into things of this world. I can be friends with anybody, but if it's something that I personally don't agree with or align with, don't try to pull me into it, because I'm going to pull myself away and I'm probably not going to come back. Like, I don't want to go to the club. I've done it all. I don't care to do it anymore. I am on a mission to live the most fulfilling life, and it's not in a club. It's not drinking my life away. It's not smoking my life away. I just want no part of those things anymore. I don't want to look back and think like that was the only time I ever had fun was when I was blackout drunk and couldn't control myself. That is not fun. The feeling of having a hangover is disgusting. I hated that feeling. Or doing something when you're drinking and realizing you can't change anything you just did, and you don't even recognize what the heck you turned into when you were blackout. Like, girl, I've been there. I've done all the things. And that's another reason too why I'm just so much more intentional with my life, and people who are not intentional with their life cannot stand it. They can't stand that I've changed, that I don't have pink everywhere, whatever. It's like, I'm being more intentional. I gave my life to Christ, and it has really opened my eyes up to live up to my fullest potential. What I was doing before was not intentional. Shopping at TJ Maxx and Marshalls every single day, going to Starbucks every single day, not caring about what I'm putting in my body, not moving my body at all, smoking a Delta 8 pen. Like, what was that ever gonna lead to? But people, when you make people uncomfortable because you're changing for the better and they resonate more with the old version of you, they are always going to be repelled by the newer, better version of you. And that is not my problem. I don't care. If you feel triggered, maybe you have some self-work to do, because I'm not trying to trigger anyone with the way that I live my life now, with how intentional I am with my time. That is just what I choose to do. If you are triggered by somebody else improving themselves, you have something in you that is screaming at you, that it's just such a deep insecurity and spirit of jealousy, like, because you know that secretly deep down inside you want to be a better version of yourself. Everybody wants to be a better version of themselves. You don't feel good when you're wasting your life away mindlessly scrolling. It causes you to bed rot. That's why so many people struggle with depression, is because you're just sitting there watching everybody else's lives. At least for me, I try to create more content than I consume, which I still don't, because I consume so much content that it's like stupid. But the content that I do consume is normally positive or something that is inspiring me. So think about if you're on the flip side of the coin and you're just scrolling, watching certain influencers only do shopping hauls and whatever. Mind you, I've done the hauls, y'all know. One thing I'm gonna do is put y'all on. But when you're not intentional with your time and you're literally just wasting your life away and you're putting whatever into your body, you're gonna feel like trash. So when you see somebody else doing better, it's going to make you feel like trash, because you know that that's secretly what you want to be doing with your time. But it takes discipline and it takes effort, and it does not just fall into your lap. Like, it's seriously mind-blowing the comments that I get about me doing too much, or I'm so privileged because I get to do whatever. But it's like, and I get it, because I used to be that person, but I worked to get here. I have posted thousands of videos. Some have flopped, some have not. In order to get to where I am, I have had to put in the work. It did not just fall in my lap. And I've said this so many times before. And I know to the people that are not going to get it and are always going to be in that victim mentality, you're not going to get it. I'm not speaking to you. I have no desires to try to change your mind. But the people who feel like they have that burning desire and they see other people and they get inspired by someone literally turning their life around and going from having nothing to having everything they've ever wanted, like, that's my target audience. I don't care to sit here and try to convince somebody who is so just like tormented by their thoughts, depressed in their mind, and like evil. To my target audience is the girls or guys who, which there's like no guys on this channel, pretty much only girlies over here, but my goal is to just inspire those, the old version of myself. That's who I'm speaking to, because the old version of myself, even though she was going through so much at such a young age, like, she always knew that there was more out of life. If you don't believe there's more out of life and you're stuck in a victim mentality, this is not, none of this is ever going to make you feel good. None of it is, because my goal is to continuously become the absolute best version of myself and live the most abundant life, because I did not have that growing up, and that's what I want to provide for my children. And I know that that's what is out here in this life. Whatever the saying, where focus goes, energy flows, is so true. If you're so focused on, I'm such a victim, my life sucks, I'm never gonna get anywhere, there's nothing in life for me, that's exactly what you're going to be living in. Quite literally. If you tell yourself, I can get myself out of the situation that I'm in, I can go achieve my dreams, it's going to take time, but I know that I can do it. Like, be realistic about what you're wanting to accomplish. You're going to get there. It's just gonna take time. Nothing falls into anyone's lap. Literally nothing. Unless maybe you're a Nepo baby or something. But even then, you could be a Nepo baby and then still do nothing with your life, and you're not gonna be as successful as you would be if you would have done something. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my breakfast. Glad we had this little chat. I'm gonna get ready for this appointment, and we gotta check on baby girl. Also, this top is from Skims. It's this soft, smoothing, seamless shirt in a small. Y'all, I don't understand. Like, what is in Skims that is making this fit at 40 weeks pregnant? 40 weeks? I'm 37 weeks. Send help. Okay, girl, I just got to my appointment, so let's freaking go see if we are dilated at all or not and make sure we can hear baby girl's heartbeat. She's probably gonna try to kick them off. She hates when anybody touches my stomach. But my husband, she doesn't care if my husband touches my stomach, but when these doctors try to touch my stomach and like press to feel her heart, she freaks out every single time. Let's go see. Okay, we just got back from our 37-week appointment and I did get a cervix check. I'm gonna be making a coffee while I tell you guys. Obviously nobody wants to get a cervix check, it's not fun, but I felt like I was making progress and I felt like I'm not crazy. Like, I know what I'm feeling, so I went ahead and got a cervix check. She said that I was 50% effaced and 2%, or no, 2%, 2 centimeters dilated. So that is good news to me, because last week whenever I went, she said I was not making any progress. So that means that we're making progress, girls. That means that baby girl is making her way into this world. That's really freaking exciting. When I was pregnant with my son, every time I went to go get a cervix check, they said there was no progress. So it meant a lot to me that we've been making freaking progress, okay? And I feel like she's so low, like from the side. Can y'all see like how it just drops? Whereas before it was like, but now it's like, because she's dropped. She said her head was down here and her legs were over here. I can't remember where she said her butt was at, but it doesn't matter. But that does make sense because she was kicking me over here earlier. And yeah, so I'm definitely gonna try to get in a good workout today because I haven't worked out in probably like 2 weeks. And y'all know, I love to get a good workout in. I need to drink some water. The cervix check gave me like baby contractions, so that's not fun, but that means that it's getting me closer to meeting baby girl. We also gonna make some dates later, so what the heck are you waiting for? Jeez. We're gonna make some dates later so we can keep up with our dates, and I need to get these other videos filmed. My managers, we're gonna have to reschedule our meeting because there's a holiday where they live and they don't work today, so we're gonna reschedule that. I have to film a hospital bag video, like what's in my hospital bag for TikTok. I have to film my rules for October, so I'm gonna have to like write those down. I'll tell you guys on here what they are, and then I'll probably show you guys the TikTok after. And then I was gonna make an Instagram post that says it's supposed to be like the 1 girl 10 obsessions trend on Instagram, but I was gonna put like dang it, I thought of it last night before I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, if I don't write this down, I'm gonna forget. I forgot what it was, but anyways, that's what's on the agenda for. Shut your freaking dirty freaking mouth. I have to make this all over again. There's a freaking dirty, nasty fruit fly in here. Look. Oh, he just drowned in my delicious coffee. Freaking disgusting. That makes me not even freaking want this. Ew. Where was he? It had to have just flown in there because it was at the very top. Let's try this again. I need something else, but I don't know what it needs. Okay, girl, I just filmed like 3 different TikToks, so now I'm gonna walk on my walking pad, which is right here. You can't really see, but it's right here. I gotta get my AirPods, and I have this freaking window open because I think I need to fully empty the litter robot and like wipe it out or something, but you're not supposed to mess with litter boxes while you're pregnant. But my husband just went to the gym and the smell is really bothering me, but it's also because I'm like right here and it's raining, so we can't like take it apart. I guess we could, but I don't know if it's pregnancy nose or what, but I'm like, send freaking help. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna walk on the walking pad and edit these TikToks at the same time. So let me grab my AirPods. Let's get to work, girl. Okay, girl, it is currently 2:38. I have a little bit longer until I have to go get my son from school, so I'm just going to be intentional with my time, not get distracted, because something that I do a lot when I post a video is I'll watch it over and over again, and then I'll just wait for the comments to come in to like reply, and it leads to me wasting a lot of my time because then I end up scrolling and going on to other stuff and rewatching the video 100 times. Like, you watch the video when you edited it, you don't have to watch it again that many times. Also, I don't know if a cervical check is supposed to make you spot or not, but that cervix check made me spot. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know because that could possibly lead to some more progress with dilation and stuff. But I looked it up and it said it's normal and it stopped. It was just like right after I was spotting, but I have been having contractions, small ones, like little cramping, period cramping feeling. So I'm gonna edit the videos that I made today and I'm just gonna do all my pelvic go around town, girl, on his ball. Let me stop when the baby comes out, but I'm gonna edit this content and get my time in on my ball because once my son comes home from school, I'm gonna start cooking dinner and I want to have all of my work stuff out of the way so I don't have to be on my phone and be distracted like I was talking about earlier. Let's get to work. Oh my gosh, y'all. I literally just did exactly what I said I wasn't gonna freaking do. This is what I be talking about. Why does a phone have to be so distracting? I just wanna throw it. Like I was responding to comments, but it's like I just said that I needed to get these videos edited before I have to go get prints. And what am I doing? I'm doing the opposite of what I just said that I was gonna be freaking doing. That is so frustrating. When I'm talking to y'all, I'm literally talking about myself also because I struggle with the same thing. Sorry. She started kicking me like, girl, stop. Seriously, focus. Freaking focus, focus, focus. Okay, I need to edit the video that I took whenever I went into my appointment so I can post that right now. That's what we're gonna do right now. That's what we're gonna do right now. That's what we're gonna do right now. You hear me, brain? You hear me, brain? Okay y'all, so I finished making dinner and I'm actually contracting. Not like super bad. If I had to rate it 1 out of 10, it'd probably be like a 4. But I'm gonna eat dinner and then I'm gonna go take a shower. But I also feel like whenever she did my cervix check, she might have like scratched me a little bit or something because it does feel a little like I have like a cut or something, which I probably don't. It's probably like a little scrape or something, but I am contracting. I don't think this is gonna be like me going into labor or anything, but I'm just updating you guys on the journey. Okay, but for dinner we are having some grilled chicken tenders with broccoli, cheese, and I didn't show the seasonings for the broccoli. I promised I seasoned the broccoli, and the sweet potatoes. We're actually all eating in the living room, so I won't be showing me eating dinner, but I just wanted to show you guys that I did finish the dinner and that's what it looks like. Girl, it has been a freaking day. I feel so very much pregnant. I did not have any dates today and it's currently 9:30. I never normally eat this late, but I really want something sweet and I need to eat dates so we can keep this thing going. But right after I got done filming, I'm probably gonna do 3. Right after I got done filming, I literally had the worst pain in my life. Not in my life, that's dramatic, but it was a really bad pain down there. I don't know what that was. So yeah, I don't know what the heck that was, but it brought me to tears. And maybe I do have a low pain tolerance. Maybe I'm just a crybaby, but that junk freaking hurt. And so anyway, I finished my dinner. I just took a shower and I scrubbed off all of my self-tanner, and I really don't feel like self-tanning tomorrow, so I'm not going to, which is so crazy for me because I am an avid self-tanner. Like the day after I take off my tan, or even the night of, normally I'll go in with a fresh self-tan, but I am just not in the mood. Maybe I will be tomorrow if I have a little bit more energy, but as of right now, it's a no. Okay, that's way too much peanut butter. And sometimes I like, especially because I exfoliate, the self tanner remover that I use plus me exfoliating, like my skin is a little rough sometimes, so I have to give my skin a little bit of a break. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about being dilated and effaced already and all the things, because on one hand I'm like happy that I'm making progress, but then there's like people on TikTok saying like, oh, I was dilated for a month or whatever, and I'm like, it feels like progress to me because with Prince, I was never making progress. Every time I got checked, they said, I'm just taking the peanuts out of here. Every time I got checked, they said that there was nothing changing. Now I'm like, period, we got something going on. But everyone else is like, no, like you could be like that for a while. I don't know, we'll see. All the pressure that I have right here is actually insane. I was gonna put these on here, but I think I'm still just gonna melt some chocolate because, girl. Okay, so I just melted a little bit of chocolate and I'm just gonna like put it on top. I am not trying to make this cute, girl. I do not care. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the freezer for like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes just to let the chocolate get hard, but this is what it looks like. So it's dates, peanut butter, 2 little peanuts, and then just some melted chocolate. Okay, girl, as you can see, the chocolate is like frozen on top. Well, it could be a little more frozen, but it's fine. I need to go ahead and eat these and then go to bed. I got my raspberry leaf tea, girl, and I'm contracting again. Not like bad, but I feel it. I'm like, what if I went into labor and I didn't have one self-tanner? First world problems, I know, but at least I would have fresh skin instead of old crusty dusty tanner. The girls that get it, get it. This is so good. Okay, girl, I'm so tired. I'm literally about to journal and finish eating these dates and drinking my tea. And yeah, I need to let my body rest. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, girl, make sure that you comment a pink bow emoji down below. That just lets me know that you're a real one and you made it all the way to the end of my video. And I love you so freaking much for that. That takes so much commitment and I love you. Okay, let me know what other videos you want to see from me, girl. I gotta go. I'm in pain. Okay, I love you guys so much and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.